Welcome to the BMW M6 GT3, just added into AMS2. This is the long-awaited GT3 edition that just barely missed release. Here we are a couple weeks after the release of the GT3 and Nürburgring pack. And as we enter the Nordschleife, we can see we're on the 24-hour combined version. There seem to have been some small updates, mainly with the track surface, about finding the groove, the racing line, making that a little bit more pronounced, as you can see through the corner right here as we're following it. So that's the big addition, I believe, that was made on the track. So that is why we are back here yet again for our test drive and feel, and as well as it being a long enough track to really give us a first impression on this BMW M6 GT3 car. Now, it is a big behemoth. That is a characteristic of the real-life car, and I feel like in comparison to the size of the other cars in this class in Automobilista 2, that it does convey that feeling. It does feel larger, bigger, boatier than the Porsche 911 GT3R does in Automobilista 2. It does get that across for sure. There apparently was also some additions made to the force feedback settings. I have yet to really feel what those are. Quite frankly, this feels slightly worse than it did the last time I played it before this update, and who knows if it's just this car that maybe feels slightly weak and unresponsive. It feels a little bit muddy. The feedback that I'm getting, it doesn't necessarily... like, I feel like right there, I did not feel that I was losing the car at all in the feedback. I only got the visual clue, and even then I was slipping, and I did not get to the feedback on the wheel that was happening. So I kind of had the expectation that since this car came out later in its release, it was held back, that it would be superior in many regards. But I don't know that this car is just head and shoulders above the rest, or even matching the current level of the GT3 lineup. I feel like this car feels very similar to the way that the Porsche 911 GT3 felt on its very first release, and it became a lot better feeling as they came out with hot fixes. I believe there have been 2 hot fixes, mainly regarding the Porsche 911, and those are very good fixes. They've made that car feel very good. This car does feel good, but it doesn't have the detail that I'm looking for in the force feedback. In fact, I don't feel like I can really take this car to the limit necessarily without not feeling it. There's just no indication of slides currently, or that I'm getting to the point that the car is losing. I'm not feeling any wheel buckling or anything like that in the force feedback. So this is a kind of a disappointing release. I kind of had big intentions, big plans for this car once it became released, but I don't think we're quite there to doing them right off the bat, because I feel the force feedback is not giving me feedback on the car, but rather just giving me bumps from the track. And because of that, I could not put this car to what I feel like would be its limit. Maybe the more time I spend with it, my feeling will change about that. Maybe I'll get more feeling to its detail, to its limit. But right there, I got to the point where the car even slid a little bit, and I had no change in my feedback, even once the slide had occurred. So, pretty disappointing force feedback, which has not been my complaint about Automobilista 2 recently. My complaint recently has been that I want more. I've been so excited and so happy with the progress of the GT3 cars that this is a bit of a letdown for me. I did not expect this. I really did expect that the M6 was going to be a very big, significant update to the GT3 class, but it does not feel like it is. This feels like an underwhelming release. I am not incredibly happy with the way that this car feels. Maybe it's just this track, but I am not getting any feedback about the actual car. I'm only getting feedback about what's going on the track, and that's pretty disappointing. Because for me, that means I didn't get any feedback that I was even sliding there at that point in time. So yeah, this is disappointing, to say the least. I'm a little bit started with ums and ahs because I want to be saying better things, and I'm trying to think of a way to make the negative thing that I'm thinking sound better. But there's no getting around that this is an underwhelming, maybe subpar release in comparison to how great the GT3 Nürburgring update was, both to the feedback system and to the feel of the cars overall. This car has been a step back, both in its force feedback system, a major step back, and just the excitement, the feel of the car, I feel has also gone backwards a step or two. So this is not something that I feel, oh, I'm going to be driving this car a ton more in the future. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm going to be pretty vigilant for the next update, because Ryza is pretty well known for quick updates, quick fixes to their games and to their releases currently, and I'm really excited about that. This is like, for example, this is the most detailed castle that we're seeing up on the right in context of other sims on the market right now. So they do some things excellently, and the GT3 release has been one of those things. This car in this version of the release is not one of those things. This is not an exciting car to drive. In fact, this makes me just want to go play R Factor 2, and it makes me want to experiment with the M6 or the 488 GTE versions of the car. This has been a little bit disappointing, and I don't think this is a good release. I don't think this is a good car. And I'm not trying to be negative about Automobilista 2. I think that's a pretty common thing, especially right now. But this is not on par with the content that they have been making and that I think they're currently known for. So that's where I'm going to put this one here. If you had to buy this one, I would say skip it. But considering this is free, go check it out. Go try it. See for yourself. And I'm really looking forward to an update. I'm really wanting this car to be great. I don't feel it. Let me know what you guys think. I hope I'm wrong. I'm interested to see hearing you in the comment section below.